Zach, lovely to meet you.
No worries.
Thanks for having me in. Really excited about today. Ranger's getting a big overhaul, so we're sort of calling it the ultimate suspension package, the works, GVM upgrade, and there's a bit of a story around why I'm here. We obviously took possession of our new TC Boxers canopy all fitted out on our last trip. We headed up north. To make that trip work with our last suspension setup was a bit of a challenge, and we ultimately toured up there with very little weight in the canopy. The vehicle has had a GVM upgrade previously, but it's kind of a mild one, so it was 3,449 kilos, which for my car, which is a 2022 Next Gen Ranger, it was a 169 kilo increase on the GVM that I had previously. So, it gave us a bit of an increase, which was good. But obviously with chucking the canopy on the back, the weights have changed. It definitely got us thinking, it's probably not the best setup now for us with having a canopy and doing a lot of touring with our caravan. We're gonna need to look at GVM. And recently we've upgraded to now full-size caravan as well. We've got JV caravans on board, so even bigger van.
Upgrades all around.
Yeah, we needed to look at the setup and get it right for the sort of touring that we're gonna do. I was up north at a place called Gladstone Bay. Had some phone reception, and I dropped a note here to Pedders in Osborne Park, and Zach gave me a call. What I was really excited about is they do a 3,800 kilo GVM upgrade.
Correct, yeah.
For the Next Gen. Yeah, so it's a big upgrade.
Right,
right behind me.
Benefits and stuff.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Here's one prepared earlier.
Prepared earlier.
Yeah. But that was super appealing to me because that would represent quite a big increase in GVM than what we've got previously. Obviously GCM is fixed at 6,400. GVM, obviously, for those of you that don't know, is really important when you're towing, because you are limited, particularly towing, because you've got that downboard weight on the back of the car, and that counts in your GVM.
This is obviously our latest one, so we've upgraded it now to a 3,800. The options vary from how much load you're going to be carrying constantly in the rear.
Yeah.
Really, the kits are all fairly similar. It's just the spring options that change.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much so we can, really customize the kit for each customer and make sure that it's, going to suit their needs. You don't want to put too harsh a spring in and then it's uncomfortable, but you don't want to put something that's too soft and won't carry the load. So there's multiple different versions of the kit, but it's all fairly similar. So it's 2-inch lift, load carrying springs, foam cell shocks, all the rest of it. And then your kit specifically, you're getting the largest. You're getting the big boy kit. So you're getting the heaviest leaf spring we do, the heaviest front spring we do, because you got the bull bar and the winch.
Yeah.
All, foam cell shocks, all the good stuff.
So we're getting the bells and whistles, we're getting the full works done. In terms of the shocks themselves, you mentioned foam cell.
Yep.
Obviously there's some real benefits there for off-roading and caravanning, sort of towing uses like ours. Can you maybe touch on those as well?
Yeah, so the foam cell shock absorber is made and developed around heavy duty applications. Shocks, obviously your standard shock absorber would have oil, and then some would have a gas charge. So oil shocks, pretty old school technology. They still work and operate the way they should, but they can suffer when they're under harsh conditions from shock fade. So that's when the oil aerates and it becomes too thin and obviously can't operate through the valving correctly, and it stops working. So shock fade, very common. Everything that has a shock absorber will experience it, whether it's a bike, motorbike, car, everything. They all get it.
Yeah.
So the foam cell is a literal foam cell.
Yeah.
Sits inside the inner cartridge. All the oil runs through the foam, and it pretty much dissipates that aeration of the oil. It's also not gas charged, so there's less chance of it aerating, and it just reduces the shock fade. The testing we carry out on them is very substantial. We have massive machines that sit there and articulate the shock thousands and thousands of times. So the testing that we do is extremely thorough, and the product I believe is bar none.
And if anyone has done a lot of corrugations before and has experienced shock fade, it's not very fun.
Pretty much your shock stops working and you're just left with a bare spring, so a lot of bouncing and things like that.
I approached Pedders in the first instance because I know they're such a great known brand across Australia. They're proven. They'll tackle the harshest of the Australian conditions, and that's what we want. We're doing a full lap of Australia, going through all the different environments, so we need that kind of quality and reliability. And we have come together on a partnership, which is amazing. So we're very grateful of Pedders' support for us for the next year. You'll see the branding on the canopy of our Ranger as well. Thank you for your support and the team.
No worries, we're stoked to be a part of it. So glad to have you on board.
Thank you. So yeah, obviously we're gaining a big upgrade here with weight capacity, which is amazing. We're going to be safe and legal. We had to bring extra gear on our trip. So look, it's going to really transform the setup for us and really aid what we're doing for touring on the road full time as a family for the next year. And for those that don't know much about the Petters brand, maybe it'd be good just to touch on that as well.
Petters has been around for 75 years as of next year. So it's a pretty big achievement. It's still family owned and operated and run. So it was started by Roy Petter 75 years ago next year. So Mark and Scott, his grandkids, actually run it now. So, lovely blokes, really hard working and dedicated. They obviously love the Petters brand, as we all do. I think it's a fantastic product, and I'm really proud of the heritage that it holds.
Well, look, we're very grateful for the support. Next time you're going to see this thing, it's going to be fully kitted out. I'll let you guys get to the install.
No worries.
New shocks and springs are on. It's looking amazing. So just getting to the rest of the components now, but yeah, it's starting to take shape.
We'll just fit the front end up and then we'll get it all bolted back together, and then we'll start on the rear. So the rear, you've obviously got your load carrying springs, foam cell shocks in the back and everything as well.
We've got alignment time now before it goes in for its inspection. So it's for the final step, and then get this thing all approved. Okay, off to the pits it goes. Okay, car's back.
GVM's all been approved.
Look at the mod plate going on now. Some of you might be wondering why we didn't go through the process of engineering and lane change testing that we did with my last setup. When I first purchased this Ranger, I did a GVM upgrade, went through this big process. Haven't had to do this time around, so maybe Zachy can just explain why that's the case.
The reason you get lane change testing with other suppliers' GVMs, or GVMs that are really new, obviously you got one of the first ones in WA.
Yep.
So they didn't have pre-approval for their kits.
No.
The process is, obviously we get a new vehicle, we have to take it through very thorough and vigorous testing to get the GVMs approved.
Yep.
So we look after the certification side of it.
Yep.
From start to finish. So from certification and approval code all the way through to taking it out of the pits and getting it organised and getting the GVM actually certified and then roadworthy.
Yeah.
We look after the whole process. The lane change testing is only for vehicles that don't have pre-approval.
Yeah.
Another great feature of the Petters product is we look after everything. You just drop the vehicle off, come pick it up, it's all done.
Super happy. This is all done now, so can't wait to get it on the road, get it all hooked up for our travels of Australia. As always, we'll do a full review and come back with an update. Let me know your comments and questions below. I'm happy to answer those, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks once again to Zach and the team. You've been awesome.
I look forward to seeing all the updates on the channel, so we'll keep up to date. Don't forget to bring it back for its recheck.
Yes, definitely.
GVM recheck 500 to 1,000 Ks.
Yep.
We'll give it a once over, re-wheel on it, get it all checked, and then you'll be all ready to fly.
Awesome. And anyone coming down at the 4 Wheel Drive Show, 8th to the 10th of November at McCallum Park, I'll be there with TC Boxes, so you can check out the Ranger with its obviously canopy, but also this amazing upgrade from Petters. Happy to have a chat with you as well. So see you there. Thanks, guys. Okay, we're just cruising on the freeway, and wow, what a difference. It is super comfortable. It's just soaking up any bumps. The steering feels amazing. I'm over the moon, guys. So we'll do a full review coming when we've got the van, but this is a big improvement. Thanks to the support of our partners, 4x4 Extras Wangara, JB Caravans, TC Boxes, and Petters Suspension and Brakes.